Hey guys, how's it going? Dudey Rhino here. So I wanted to talk about Zoella because she has recently opened up about her feelings of anxiety and feeling trapped within social media and being an influencer and all of the stresses that can bring. And I just wanted to kind of talk about that. And obviously, for those of you that have been on the channel for a while, know that if I'm sat down on the floor in front of the sofa, then that probably means that I'm going to talk about mental health, which I am, because mine has been a bit up and down in the last month or so, and I have wanted to talk about it for a while, and I kind of feel now with Zoella opening up, I may as well too. But first of all, talking about Zoella, obviously, very brave for someone of her size. Now, obviously, I have been critical of Zoella in the past. I've done the videos on the calendars and stuff, and there's no excuse for that. There's still to this day no excuse for the price that was put on that calendar. It is just sheer greed. However, I don't care what she's done. She's not. I don't think she's a bad person. Maybe just a little bit greedy, maybe a little bit naive. I don't know. But ultimately, I wouldn't wish poor mental health on anyone. And you know, obviously, she's been in the industry for 10 years, killing it for the majority of it. And you know, she said that she's had to second guess what to post and not really feel like she can just be confident in expressing herself first time. And I have to say, I can relate to that. In fact, I can relate to a lot of things that she was saying. And even though there is a world apart and a void between my success and her success, I'm on the same path. And you know, when she says like, oh, she has to second guess what she's going to say because of fear of backlash or controversy and all the rest of it, I feel the same in the sense that you see these stories of people that get success and then something crops up from years in their past on Twitter or whatever, and it all comes crashing down. And so I have that kind of anxiety of, well, I've already tweeted 9,000 times, even though I'm 99.9999999% sure that there is nothing controversial in there. I still have to think about everything that I say and everything that I tweet, just in case one day it destroys everything that I've worked so hard to build. And but it's already getting to the point, even with the small following that I have, you know, that people are taking note of what I'm tweeting and taking note of what I'm saying in videos. And you know, I mean, I had a fucking online Derby Gazette article about a video that I did, you know, and I'm meeting with companies and things, and they're bringing up things that I've tweeted or things that I've said in streams and stuff, and it's like, I feel like I'm still learning, and I'm still sort of like, I've still got to learn the fact that now and as we push on, people may well be paying attention to what I'm saying, and people may well be giving a shit about what I'm saying. And I guess that there is a level of responsibility that comes with that, and that is quite scary. You know, I won't lie, that is quite scary. But obviously for Zoella, it's a completely different level, and she's openly admitted, look, you know, the whole thing has changed her, and she now feels like there is like a separation between her and her fans, and that, I mean, that's just natural, I think, you know, because at the end of the day, you know, getting that kind of fame and that kind of money, it does, as much as you would love, you know, I'm sure Zoella to stay as like the girl next door, the fucking, you know, the fun vlogger or whatever, ultimately money and fame does change people, and sometimes it's not even their fault, you know. I'm not making excuses for her, but you know, if you no longer can just go and do normal things, you can't go and do shopping or whatever anymore without, you know, being stopped constantly and all the rest of it, then obviously, especially if you're perhaps a bit of an introverted person or suffer from poor mental health anyway, then it's going to affect the way that you act and the way that you are around people and the way that you are as a person. You know, it's just bizarre, and it is hard to adjust, you know. I know, I'm sure you get used to it, but for me, for example, because you know, I might as well apply it to myself. Obviously, within Reading Festival, I've made a bit of a name for myself, and in 2018, the most bizarre occurrence. Well, there was many, but had to be on the Wednesday night when I was like, oh guys, I'm just going for a piss. The toilets were 5 minutes away from my tent, and by the time I'd got out of all the tents and been stopped and photos and all the rest of it, which I don't mind, it's fine, it's good, I'm just giving an example, and then walked to the Portaloos and got stopped all the way, and pictures and hello and all the rest of it. Went for my piss, come out to about 30-40 people stood outside the cubicle waiting for me because they'd heard that I was in there, and then you stop and talk to everyone in. And then on the way back, stop and talk to them. All of a sudden, a 5-minute piss turned into over an hour, you know, and it's mad. It's you know, it's recognition for what we were doing, which is obviously, you know, great, and obviously we must be making some kind of impression on YouTube for you guys to want to do that. But it made me think, like, I wanted to go for a piss and it took me over an hour. I can now apply that kind of experience to the bigger people that just want to pop down to Tesco and pick up a meal deal, or I don't know, fucking probably Waitrose if it's Zoella, and those kind of things. You know, you can't just be normal and just walk in, do your shit and get out, you know. And but I mean, obviously some people say, you know, I'll come with the territory and all the rest of it, which I get that. I do get that, and obviously, you know, you're nothing without your fans and all the rest of it, and I'll always be happy to take a picture and say hello and talk, not a problem. But I'm just saying, like, obviously these things change you, you know, as a person. If you're getting that every single day, you know, I'm sure there would come to a point where perhaps you do just want to go to the shop and be able to just get your shit and get out and get back home and get back to what you were doing, you know. And obviously that then applies also online, because when you're posting online, if you are kind of nameless and faceless and not well known, then you can kind of post whatever you like, and there's no real consequence unless you're an absolute dickhead. But if you're a bit more popular, or you've got a bit of a following, and you post something and people don't like it, they will let you know quite aggressively, as the internet is. And you know, I know everyone says, oh, you know, ignore it and all the rest of it, but sometimes it is difficult, you know. H3 has famously talked about it on his podcast, you know, where he can read 100 lovely comments, oh my god, you're so funny, you're the best, and it'll only take one shitty hate comment to ruin his day. And so a lot of them you can just brush off, a lot of them you can just brush off, but some of them do sting. At the end of the day, we're human, and the most frustrating thing, I think, is that these people are nameless and they are faceless, and they feel like they can just get away with this because they can. But I tell you what has been a bit of an eye-opener. Obviously, it's not my best performing video ever, but the other day I did the Kanye West video. And you know, it's up to like 25,000 views in a couple of days, which is fantastic. But with that has come a lot of hate comments, funnily enough. Really strange, really strange. I wasn't expecting that to cause such a stir. It's literally me saying, I like Joe Rogan's podcast. He's finally got Kanye West on, who he's been trying to get for ages. It's really good for Joe. He's a great interviewer. Kanye, whether you love him or hate him, is a fascinating character. It'll be a great podcast. And some of the shit I've got on that, it just like makes me think, like, fuck, man. That's at this level. You know, obviously I got a lot of death threats and shit when I did the Gallagher brothers reuniting Oasis to headline Reading and stuff, and it's just like, that's at my level, you know. And fortunately I've got a thick skin, and fortunately, like, you know, a lot of them don't sting. But then obviously I also think, like, you know, there's my sister and my family that have to look at people telling me to kill myself and all the rest of it, and that's not nice. That's where I don't like it. You know, but okay, unfortunately people say it comes with the territory. I don't see why it should, but here we are, you know. That's the internet. It's the beauty of the internet is that it is free and uncensored, and you can't have the rough, sorry, you can't have the smooth without the rough, so it is what it is. But it is eye-opening to think, like, you know, I'm going down this path which I'm happy to do, I want to do, you know, I really want to do what I call comedy commentary, a relatable comedy commentary, you know, talking about things that matter to people and putting a comedy spin on it, or talking about it seriously like we are today, and just giving my opinion on it, because, you know, I feel like I have the confidence to do that, you know. So and I would like to stand up for people that perhaps don't feel like they have the confidence to do that. But clearly it's going to be a rocky road, and it's going to be quite hate-filled by the looks of it. But it's just eye-opening to think that at my level, the shit that I'm getting for no real reason just makes me sympathise and empathise even more with the likes of Zoella, you know, who will post whatever, and no doubt get fucking horrendous, horrible shit on their stuff, you know. And I don't care how much money they make, you know. At the end of the day, they are human, and they don't deserve it, you know. Because I'm right, Zoella made a fucking lapse in judgment and made a shit calendar for a stupid amount of money, and that was shit, and she got a lot of shit for it, but, you know, she doesn't deserve to feel anxiety about fucking posting on the internet. That's absolutely ridiculous to have to feel like that. So yeah, and I don't know, I just feel like there's just so much pressure now on influencers and stuff because of, like, the lifestyle that it can bring, and I know that it's now something that a lot of people want, you know, and that's also what's quite sad, you know, is that it's something that a lot of people want, and what a lot of people don't understand is all you have to, well, it's not all you have to do, you have to put the work in, but you just have to start your blog or start your YouTube channel and just get going. Like, I'm not being funny, right? I've attained 13,000 subs, which is decent. It's, you know, it's okay, and we're cracking on and we're kicking on, and I'm hoping to you know, get that silver play button one day. I'm hoping to get the gold play button one day, or the plaque, or whatever the fuck it is now. But there is nothing special about me. There is nothing exceptional about me. You know, I'm just a guy that decided with a friend 6 years ago to put a camera on and start talking to it, and here we are, you know. But in the Instagram world and stuff, you know, there's a lot of pressure to be beautiful, or, you know, to be perfect, and all these girls and guys, you know, looking at these people and thinking, oh my god, look at their life, look how amazing it is, and, you know, look how beautiful they are, and all the rest of it. And let me tell you, the majority of it is bollocks. The majority of it is makeup. The majority of it is filters. The majority of it is face tuning and Photoshop. The majority of it is, like, just lighting, you know. Unfortunately, and I don't want to sound pessimistic, because I always try to be as optimistic as possible, life is shit. You know, I say that as the sun goes behind a cloud. Life isn't great. Life is what you make it, you know, and if you want to be happy, and you know, by default, I kind of think life is pretty crap. So you need to put the effort in, and you need to do things that make you happy, you know. But don't try and seek happiness from someone's Instagram profile, because it's bollocks. I've always kind of thought, you know, like people's relationships, I feel like the people that try the hardest to put on social media how happy their relationship is, I feel like secretly they're probably the most miserable and most broken. Because why would you try so hard to emphasize how good your life is? You know, if it's that good, then surely you just enjoy it rather than wanting the approval of others. So that's just my take. But yeah, my mental health has been up and down, to say the least. I've been hitting the gym hard because I feel like that's the best way for me to deal with it. The week over Christmas was shit. I enjoyed Christmas, I enjoyed Boxing Day, but the actual week itself, my mental health wasn't all that. In fact, the week before as well when I smashed all the content, when I was smashing the content, thank fuck I was, because that was the only thing keeping me going, really, because I did feel like shit. I felt crap, I felt demotivated, I felt... The problem with this whole thing is, it's all on you. There is no manager or boss at work to push you, which I know on the face of things probably sounds great. You know, what the fuck, you work from home, you get up and you just make videos and you procrastinate. You know, you have to stay motivated. You got no one else there pushing you. It's lonely. You know, I spend a lot of my days on my own. I spend hours editing by myself. And it does get to you, you know, and there is, you know, there's no, okay, you put X amount of hours in and we will pay you this rate for this amount of hours and then you will get paid this much at the end of the month. You know, there's no guarantees with this shit, and obviously it is a risk, and hopefully fortune favours the bold and the brave. That's what I'm hoping for, but it is fucking hard, man. It is fucking difficult, and the doubt, the fucking, I am very motivated. I do believe in myself, but I believe in myself a fucking lot. And to be honest, the people I've worked with in the past in retail and stuff, I know that I have the ambition, I know that I have the drive, I know that I have the self-motivation. But the camera stopped recording. I fucking shat myself. But yeah, so I feel, you know, that I'm very driven, I'm very motivated and stuff. But even then, doubt creeps in. You know, it honestly comes in waves. It's mad. Like, you'll talk to me one day and I'm like, I'm gonna fucking smash the shit out of this. I'm gonna fucking be one of the biggest one day. People are gonna remember my name and all the rest of it. And then the next day, I'm just like, you know, is this? Am I doing the right things? Is this all just gonna, am I just setting myself up to fall on my face, and, you know, am I gonna have to go back to, quote, air quotes, a normal job or whatever? And because the thing is, I've never done this for the money. I've done this because I love entertaining people. I've done this because I love video creation. I've done it because I love the creative end side of this. I've done it because the only financial side that appeals to me is that the sky's the limit, you know, and if I did fucking absolutely skyrocket, I could change so many people's lives around me. So that, you know, it's always been bigger than me, my motivations behind it, but the biggest thing is that I identified what I was passionate about, and that's what I'm driving for, and that's what I'm striving towards, and that's what keeps me motivated. But it is fucking difficult to keep going, and obviously I have for 6 years, and I will continue to keep going. But sometimes it's a fucking slog, man. It's fucking. It's grim, and I mean that's where, like, you guys are fucking awesome, because, you know, thinking that I have created a community and I have created a fan base and stuff, and some of you guys do love what I do, you know, keeps, you know, helps keep us going, you know. It really does. But yeah, I don't know, just reading the Zoella article, you know, I wanted to do this video about a week ago. But obviously reading the Zoella article, how she's opened up, I kind of feel like it was a good opportunity for me to open up too, because I have been feeling rather anxious. I've been feeling a bit down, although having said that, stupidly, like, for the last few days, when it comes to feeling down, I feel a lot better, but obviously anxiety is always just niggling away in the background. But, you know, this career path is just, it's wonderful, but it is terrifying and uncertain simultaneously, and yeah, it's a tricky one. It really is. But I'll crack on, and hope for the best, pretty much. But yeah, I won't keep going on, because I think we're about 20 minutes in now. Jesus fucking Christ! If you got this far in the video, I don't know, say something. Say, put baby metal, as I've got a baby metal shirt on, at the end of your comment, so I know that you got this far. But yeah, that's about it, guys. Don't worry about me. I'm alright. Just thought I'd share. Just thought I'd vent. Just thought I'd get the shit that's in my brain out. Because I think that's also important with mental health. If you're feeling shit, if you're feeling down, if you're feeling anxious, if you feel not yourself, talk to someone. Speak to someone, or the helplines and stuff. Speaking of that, we will be doing another charity stream, 11-hour charity stream, as we do. Last time we raised £1,100 for Calm Men's Mental Health. I haven't decided on a charity yet. If you'd like to, actually, that's a good one as well to prove you've got to the end of this video. Is put down a charity that you would like to be considered. Oh god, sorry, to be considered for the charity stream. That would be good. That would be cool. But yeah, guys, this was me chatting a load of shit. I hope it came across the right way. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I feel alright, I think. It's hard. It's uncertain. But then I guess that's why, if it was easy, everyone would be doing it, right? You know? Let's just hope it doesn't break me before I get there. Right, guys, that's it. I will see you very soon. Sweet one, geese.